Hello, good morning. Welcome aboard, guys. So happy to be here with you this morning. This is the Tecnam P2006 Tango. It is it looks like a delivery van, doesn't it? It's one of those airplanes that looks just like it's supposed to. It looks the role, you know. And oh no, why is the sound not coming? Oh gosh. I thought, when you got everything set up and configured and you think, oh my gosh, this is going to be such a lovely flight and everything, and then it doesn't work. You know what? I'm going to have to reboot this thing. But while I do that, let's set the camera. Hey, how are ya? So Mr. Egan, welcome aboard. Sorry that this didn't work right away, but it seldom does work right away, things, right? They seldom work right the first time. Now what I don't understand is why the audio is not coming out. See, it's supposed to be coming out here. There we go. That's the default. Did OBS change? No, right? I'm still coming out. You still see me, right? Can you hear the music? Yes. Awesome. Doing a little dancing this morning. 'Cause why not? I think things should work properly this time. Might as well load up the vPilot. And there is no air traffic control in the whole area where we're going to be flying. So that will make things quiet, right? That will make things quiet. Let's see, there should be an edge window here. See. Here we go. Hey! Now you can see it. This is where we are going to be at. We will be starting this morning's flight from Tegucigalpa, but not from the main city, but from Comayagua. Then we're going to come down to Comalapa, and then we're going to fly over to Aurora in Guatemala. We're going to be doing 3 countries this morning. And we're going to have fun. It will be a fun flight. And the game is loading, so don't worry. Be happy. We will be flying the Tecnam, so let's put that in here. Tecnam P2006. So is it P016? Connect. Right. Let's start in Palmerola, which is the new international airport of Honduras. Cargo. And I'm going to be playing with all players available, and I am in the East USA server. So if you want to fly along with me, you can. Just go ahead and load up here in the East USA server. Pick a slow plane, because this airplane is slow as molasses. It is exactly what you would think driving a delivery van would feel like. Slow going. But it can haul stuff, which is what we need for today's flight. We'll be starting at around 6 a.m. It's going to be early morning. flight. So let's do that. How's it going? How's your weekend going? Hope you guys are doing fine. Is the music getting annoying yet? Nah, it's not annoying. It's awesome. By Quincas. The name of the song is Batuque Bomb by Quincas Moreira. Pretty good. I'm digging it. I'm digging it this morning. Oh, look. Early morning. Okay. We even got a lamp going on. Look, we got the delivery van version. Okay, let's touch the tablet here and let's put the stuff in here. Pre-flight. We got to do the pre-flight check. How does it? I think it was like this. This is how it goes. Yeah. We check that is good. We check the oil, the good level. We go ahead and check that the ailerons have good travel. The stabilizer as well. Check this side. Yep. All right, and we have oil and the tires are good. The oil is good. This tire is also good. And this tire is also good. I think we're done with our walk around. Everything was checked. Let's go for the weights. And here's where we're going to put the cargo. Woo. All right, let's fill this puppy up. Do we have enough fuel? I think we do. 16 gallons on each side. Should be plenty to get us to San Salvador. And we can really fill this puppy up with cargo. And we gotta like fill it up so that it is nice and balanced. All right. There we go. And we're gonna lower the co-pilot because we only have a dog. So that'll be around, I don't know, this dog is like 40 pounds. So we can give it a little more of the right side cargo. There we go. Cool. Options. We'll put a ground power unit. No, yeah, we'll put it on because it's cold. We need to start it. Let's put the preheaters on to get our airplane nice and warm. Get the engines warm so that they won't take forever to start. And our brake conditions are good. Panel states cold and dark. Good. And we don't need any of that. And we don't need any of that either. Okay. Actually, we can put our ICAO code here, which is, let's see, what is this one called? All right, that's enough music. Thank you, but that is enough. Is that cool? It was cool, though. I kind of like that music. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. It's a little loud, though, maybe. It's a little loud. I don't know why the key bindings aren't working. All right. I will do that later. Let's get Navigraph up here because that is our program that we use for that is the program that we use for planning, and that is the program we will be using for planning this morning. And let me put this over here. Navigraph should be up here at the top. There we go. And let's see, I will unload that flight and I'm going to make a new flight and we will be starting over by, the name of this airport is Mike Hotel Papa Romeo. Mike Hotel Papa Romeo. Mike Hotel Papa Romeo. Palmerola International. That has been selected. And we will be going to Comalapa, which is Mike Sierra Lima Papa. Fantastic. And that has been selected as well. Ooh, there we go. And let's see if it's got a route, a low route it can give us. There we are. We'll be taking off from Palmerola. We have to get to Carid, and then from here on down to Comalapa. So that flight plan to me looks fantastic. So I'm going to prove it, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put it here on our on VATSIM. MHPR, MSLP, and then the other one I'll just copy and paste, and we'll be doing 15. We'll be taking off in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It should not take us that long. The options here, according to this thing, is we'll be flying at what? It'll take us about an hour to get there. So yeah, an hour. Yeah, enough fuel for 3 hours. Our cruise speed, I'm thinking it's going to be around 120 knots. Our cruise altitude, we're going west, so 10,500 seems appropriate and good. So we'll leave that. Not 10,500, 10,000, because this is an IFR plan. Oh, I hadn't connected yet? I thought I had connected. That beep you heard was because I wasn't connected to. I wasn't connected yet to Navigraph. I mean, not Navigraph. Sorry, my brain is scattered this morning. I wasn't connected to VATSIM yet, but now I am. Our audio should be coming all from USB and USB, right? Wait. And ooh, look at that. There's voice. There's VATSIM right now in Havana and VATSIM as well in Monterrey, Mexico. Wow, we can pick those up here, but we're not going to be talking to them, so no problemo. All right, let's get this off of the screen here and let's just get ready to take off because we need to take off. On this airplane, we turn the master here, right? We make sure that our trim is level. Oh, we can't do that until this thing is on. Oh, here we are. Look, trim. We see that our trim is up over here, so we can adjust it here by moving my trim wheel. Fantastic. That is set. Let's go ahead and check checklist. Before engine start, we do the pre-flight. Yes, parking brake is set. It should be set. Yeah, it is set. Okay. Flight controls are good. See? Flight controls okay. Doors are closed. Seats, yes. Landing gear down. Master light on. Nav light should go on. All right, let's turn our navigation light on. I think that's up here somewhere. Is it? Oh, it should be down here then. Nav lights. But nav lights go on. Cool. Fuel quantities checked. We got plenty. Fuel selector is good also. We should be good on the fuel selector. Oh, no, here we are. Fuel selectors. There we are. Okay, fuel selectors are good and checked. Voltimeter, we got to make sure we got 10 or 12. Yes, we do. We got up to 14, but we're using ground power, so, you know. Flaps are up, yes. Yes. Engine start. Strobes go on. Strobes. Those are over here on this side. Strobes are on. Relay breaker is in, yes. Engine ignition, both on. So we start with the right engine first, okay. Right engine first. This goes on, this goes on. And we turn the fuel pump on and we press the button. And that didn't work. On, yes. Proper clean, yes. Start, yes. Oil pressure check, yes. But that didn't start. Okay, fuel pump, clear area, and engine start. Okay, so we just push the button, I guess. Hey, Henso Gaming, welcome aboard, buddy. How are you doing? Trying to get this airplane started and get some deliveries. Did it start? No, it turned off. Okay, let's get it started. And get some deliveries going. So welcome aboard. Hey man, if you want to come and fly with us, you can fly with us. I'm in the East USA server. But why isn't it starting? Oh, it is. It's on. Woo, yay. Now let's do the same thing for the other engine. We turn this field on, this field on. We turn the cross on the right. Should be on. Cool. Oh, actually, this shouldn't be on yet. All right. And let's get the other one started. We do the same procedure. Pop, pop, pop. And we push the button. Away. Okay, we can't leave the starter on too long because it messes it up. So the name of the game on getting these engines started is patience. You gotta have patience with that button. There we go, our airplane is started. Check it out, check out this beautiful airport. Palmerola Airport is the new. This is the cargo area, by the way, where we are at, because we'll be delivering cargo this morning. But Palmerola Airport is the new international airport of Honduras, because Toncontín is a death trap. So they decided, no, we'll make it someplace where people actually have a fighting chance of landing safely. So yes, they made this airport, which was previously a military airport, and they have converted it with a nice terminal building and a beautiful tower over there and all sorts of cool things, except these barracks or houses here on the side, right on the side of the runway. But you know, but look at this airplane. Look at that terminal. See, passenger terminal and everything. It is lovely. And so yeah, this is the new international airport. I have never been here in real life, and I kind of wanna, because it looks nice. It looks nice, and you know, landing here would probably not giving me a heart attack. The other airport does give you a heart attack because it's tricky, it's super tricky. All right, plane is ready. All breakers are in. Oh, I forgot to turn this thing on and this thing on, and our avionics should now both be on. Let's get this started. Let's get our flight plan in here because we are late. We are moving so late. This is not express packages. Our origin, let's put that in here. Mike Hotel Papa Papa Romeo, Mike Hotel Papa Romeo, Palmerola International. Enter. Let's see which runway Navigraph suggests we take. Runway 35. So we're taking runway 35. And enter, enter. And our destination will be Mike Sierra Lima Papa, Mike Sierra Lima Papa, San Salvador. And at the moment they are landing on 7, so we'll put 7 as our landing. 7. Enter, enter. And our route will be, as we had previously filed here in our flight plan, we will be taking off and then immediately going to Carried. So let's put Carried. Carried. And then at Carried we take an airway, which is the A75. There's no airway. Oh yeah, there is. A754. That's the one we're gonna take. Enter. And we will exit that at Vitan. So let's find Vitan. Vitan. There we are. Great. Only 2 waypoints. And I could have just put them in. And then once we're at Vitan, we go direct. See, flight plan has been entered. And we can see that it makes sense. So basically, this ILS route gets us through the mountains so that we can safely get to the coast. That's why we filed it. What airplane is this? This is the Tecnam P2006 Tango. It is, today we're flying it, doing missions like if it was a delivery airplane, and we're taking express deliveries from Honduras, El Salvador, and later Guatemala. We will drop off our deliveries and then pick up new deliveries. Yeah, cool. That's pretty cool. All right, and let's go ahead and check in El Salvador. No, let's check here in Honduras what the weather says. The weather says it is, the altimeter should be at 3009. So let's put 3009 in the altimeter here. 3009. Cool. We are ready, guys. We know where we're going to take off. We know how we're going to take off. We're going to do a left traffic pattern because we're taking off to the north. So then we're going to do a left traffic pattern and do an exit to the south. So also we need to know where we're going to be taxiing. So let's find the taxi information here, and we do that on Navigraph in my case, because I have Navigraph. And Navigraph has all the charts for all the airports. So yeah. Whoop, check it out. We are over here and we're going to 35, so we're going to be taxiing down Echo all the way to Delta. All right, and we got to put this on our radio, 122.8. We already have the radio set up. All right, Palmerola traffic, November 72, Mike Echo type Tecnam, taxiing to runway 35 via Echo Palmerola. All right, they know what we're going to do if in case there was anybody around. And I can check actually aircraft. I can see if there are any airplane around us. And there is an A320 that's coming. But he's 93 miles away, so no problem. All right, take the brakes off. And let's go ahead and taxi. Microsoft Flight Simulator really does need to do something about those guys that don't want to move, because you're gonna, I mean, they should be able to at least flinch We're gonna kill him, so at least you should flinch. Or move out of the way, which would be the best thing to do, I think. Look at that. The sunrise here over in Honduras is beautiful. And we'll be on our way shortly. This is Taxiway Echo over here. And we just follow the little yellow line here. And this part is a little counterintuitive. I remember when I was learning for the first time how to fly, and you kept wanting to steer with the steering wheel, and that does nothing because the steering wheel doesn't really steer. It just moves your ailerons, and that does not steer when you're on the ground. So on the ground, you steer with the pedals. 100%. It's all done with the pedals. And but you're so used, right? It's customary to turn with the steering wheel. So I kept turning with the steering wheel, and my instructor was constantly going, "What are you doing? You're gonna, oh man, no man." You know. Oh, hold on a second. My doggy wants to go out. I shall have to put the airplane here on brakes. Be right back. There we go. Our doggy is now free. Our doggy has a weird thing going on right now. She's an old dog, very old dog, but she likes, my wife and I are like her people, right? And she's got to be with either of us. So my wife just left because she had to do some things. Let's put this on the pocket. And so the doggy was here with me, but my wife just came back home. So the doggy was like, "Oh no, my number one favorite person is back. I gotta be with her." So yeah, that's my dog. Ooh, runway 35 is on the other side of the airport, so we got a bit of a hike to get there. It'll be a nice little taxi to the other side. Should be good. Hey, welcome aboard all the other people. How awesome is this? Gosh, there's so many people today. I'm so happy. What I'm not seeing is the chat relaying. I don't know why. There should be relaying going on in the chat. And the chat robot is not doing its thing this morning. Because the people in YouTube, there's a bunch of people in YouTube and a bunch of people on Twitch, but they're not seeing each other. What's going on? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Let's see if that starts the bot. Now it says my connection is lost. Weird, weird, weird. I wonder if it's a local thing. No, because I'm streaming according to this thing. I haven't dropped any frames. Great, I've been switched to offline mode. Weird, weird, weird. Am I even connected anymore? I should be connected. Says I'm broadcasting. Stream manager says I am live. But I don't see myself. Hey, Light Dasher 360, welcome aboard. How are you? Am I streaming on your side? Because I don't see anything. Oh, now it says successfully connected. I can see you. That helps. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why I can't see myself here on my computer at the house, which is weird. But if you can see me, that's fantastic. That is just fantastic. Oh, there we go. I can see myself now. Cool. I can see we're streaming. Yay! We're good, we're good, we're good. We seem to be good. Restream bot. Yay! Restream bot is streaming, so the people on Twitch can see what's going on in YouTube. I think what's happening is that the people on Twitch probably can't see what the people on YouTube are typing. Alright. Palmerola traffic, November 7 to Mike Echo, taking off runway 35 for a left downwind departure to the south. Palmerola. Okay, so what I just said is that we're going to take off and immediately turn left and go back on the left side of the runway and come back. So we're going to fly straight out here, straight out in this direction, then turn a left, then turn another left, and then fly back towards the south. So our flaps are set, our trim is set. Let's take this puppy up, up, and away. There we are, rotation, and we rotate. It is heavy with all that, with all of that stuff we're carrying. Gear comes up. All right, gear is up, and flaps come up. And we trim it up, 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 trim it up. There we go. That is pretty cool. I think these are FADEC controlled engines, so I don't need to worry about the... Now I can lower the RPM a bit. I don't have to worry about the mixture because the mixture is automatically controlled. Pretty cool. Pretty cool airplane in that respect. And look at that beautiful Honduras over there. And then we turn to the left, but first we announce it. Palmerola traffic, November 72, Mike Echo, runway 35, runway heading, turning left for a left downwind departure to the south, Palmerola, last call. There's nobody here, so I'm making my calls brief. You know. Alright. This is called left crosswind. We just gotta get a little bit away from the airport. And now we do our what's called a left downwind. And now that this is the left downwind, we're gonna start to line up with yeah, you got to do all your CTAF calls, man. That's why it's good to practice them here. Right? Look, that's the airport over there. Isn't it cool? Ooh. Now this new airport, I mean, it's actually quite luxurious in the amount of space it has. So you can do a much cleaner and nicer landing here than you can in Toncontin, which is where we landed last Sunday, and where we will be taking off tomorrow when we continue our trip to Tierra del Fuego. Tierra del Fuego adventure, by the way, that is ongoing. So we are flying that every Sunday. We're flying a little part of that adventure every Sunday. And last Sunday we took off from El Salvador and landed here in Honduras. And yeah, thank you. And tomorrow we will be taking off from Honduras and on our way to Nicaragua. So that is going to be good. All right, check it out. We are already at 4,200 We still have to climb to 10,000. But so far it's looking good. We could be a little more aggressive on the climb, so I'm going to go ahead and give a little more trim here. I do like the visibility. The fact that you have the wings behind the cockpit is pretty cool because you can look down and that is cool. I like that. Okay, we're about to capture this sucker. So far flying it by hand because I trust the autopilot to get us through the mountains, but I don't trust it with my life. I'd rather do that myself. At least I'll get it nice and centered and then I'll select it. I don't even remember where the autopilot goes on this airplane. Oh, we can take the fuel pumps off. That is good. I checked on that side. We can take away, okay, we didn't use landing lights. Nav lights and strobe lights are good. Those are good. Okay, now it's time to capture this line here. And look, here is the autopilot, so we can go ahead and select nav mode. And oh, actually the autopilot, you turn it on here. Okay, autopilot goes on there. Nav mode. Nav mode, please. There we go. Nav mode means it's going to follow the yellow line. And I want vertical speed mode because we're still climbing, so I want it to climb at a decent rate of around 800 feet per minute. Let's see if we can manage, because we are heavy. Look at this. We're taking all of these boxes, man. Crates and boxes. This is express delivery we're doing today. Express delivery. No problem, buddy. Yes, we're headed to El Salvador, to Comalapa Airport. And we're taking off from the 3 biggest airports in Central America. Comalapa, this one, Palmerola, the new one, it's pretty huge. And it's got the cargo. That's where the cargo, most of the cargo gets shipped out of this one. We're going to Comalapa, which is El Salvador's biggest international airport. And that one is also where the cargo gets handled. So we're going to go to the cargo hangars there, and then from there we're going to go to Guatemala. So it's going to be 3 flights this morning, all around the area where I live, which is fun because I get to see, like, to me this is pretty familiar. Pretty familiar. And you know what? I need to turn on the details because did you see that? The data was not on. I think it brings, yeah, data on. It turned off when we had that weird little glitch. Oh, thank you, Light Dasher. Yeah, El Salvador is nice. I like El Salvador. I like living here. It is beautiful. The weather is beautiful. All right, go back, resume. Now it should load the graphics. Oh, look at that. Now we got some nice graphics. There, a little airplane chugging along. It does look like a delivery van, doesn't it? Like a little tiny UPS truck. And we got a strong crosswind, 19 knots hitting us on this from the side. That's why our airplane is crabbing. The wind hits us over here, so we're flying a little bit sideways. Thank you, thank you. Where are you taking off? Where are you doing your practice flights? Like for me, it was awesome when I was able to practice pretty much around where I fly. That was great. That was super, super great. Let's see, are we squawking? We should be. Transponder, VFR, we're not. And our code should be 1200. Alright, now we are. Now we're squawking the correct code, so we will be visible. Oh, look, there's actually a couple of airplanes flying around here. You're flying from Charleston, South Carolina to Raleigh, South Carolina. Yeah, familiar area is awesome. So what I was saying is this game gives us, you know, that opportunity to fly around familiar places, and because the elevation is mapped and it's all based on photos, it looks very similar to what it does in real life. So it really helps you to get your bearings, to know where you are. And then when you go practice in real life, you kind of know what you're doing. You're not such a noob, right? Yeah. Awesome, yeah, man. Practicing the comm work. Well, I think the guy that just took off, or maybe he hasn't taken off yet, was in... I'm thinking he was in Toncondin Airport, which is the really tough airport. And that is still being used. It's still being used. That one. Yeah, he's 11 miles away. But he's now 10 miles away. So he's kind of moving. But not too fast. He's a 7. He's a Boeing of some sort. 737-800 maybe? Could that be? I don't know the numbers. Like if you don't mind flying a delivery truck, it's actually quite a charming airplane. And the design, I don't know, I love the design. I think the design is nice and lovely. Lovely. Oof, we need to lower our ascent rate and let us catch some airspeed because we were going low. We're getting low on airspeed over there. As someone that loved working at UPS. Yeah. Oh wow, you were a UPS driver. Awesome. It does feel like that, right? Like a very utilitarian little airplane, you know, like a little pickup truck or a delivery van or. But there is a setting, of course, there's a version of this airplane in the game that is not delivery, and actually it's got seats. So you can put seats in here and move people out. And there's another version, but not of this plane, but there's a version of the same company makes another plane, which is a bigger airplane. And that one you can configure, and it looks like an ambulance. Like an air ambulance, and it's even got the place where you put the patient and you strap him in and all of that. Very, very cool looking airplane. Alright, we will continue our climb, but do it at a more paused rate. And this airplane is not quick. It's not a quick airplane. It's flying over mountains also always gives those weird little bumps. So yeah. Yeah. Pretty much everyone. Yeah. There are a couple. There are a couple of airplanes in the sim that you can configure to be delivery airplanes. There's a version of the Cessna 172 that you can put with packages, and so that is pretty cool. We're getting moved around a lot because we're flying over these mountains. And we're getting cut in the up and the down drafts. So that's why our plane keeps bouncing up and down and seems to be losing airspeed. It's because we're right on the edge of this little ridge here. So we got to be a little careful here on our ascent. Not be too dramatic, because we could get dragged down, and we need to have airspeed in case we get a downdraft. Little ducky, we're flying Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. This is 2020, yeah. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is supposed to come out next year, and I am excited for it. But for the time being, I am super happy flying Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It is a wonderful simulator. Especially this airplane, like each airplane in the simulator is different. Some are done by different companies. But this one is really well done. Like every little button, all the circuit breakers work, and they do what they're supposed to do, so you can simulate failures. And it's got a little iPad here that you can do all the management of the aircraft, plus failures, plus tons of options. See that you can select. Right now we are operating at the most difficult level. Not difficult, actually, it should be like most realistic level. And this is how it is weighed right now. And see, it's got its own little nav map as well, in case you don't want to use this one. But I find the G1000 is amazing, so I don't really need to look at this over here. But if I wanted to, I could also go Mike Sierra Lima Papa and look at our airport information, where we're going to be landing. And see, we got Navigraph on an iPad inside. Isn't that cool? So we can look at our taxi charts and load that up. The cargo is over here at the cargo terminal. So that means that if we land on 25 or 07, and I think we're landing on 07, so we're going to have to go ahead and land here, probably exit at Delta or Charlie, and then taxi back to the cargo over here at Foxtrot. So, and you can also check approaches if because you want to do an ILS approach or one of these approaches. And the day is so beautiful, I think we can do a visual approach. So that's what we're going to call out. You know, we're going to do a visual approach. Yeah, that's exactly the point. You want to try out all the different airplanes, and I think that's where Microsoft Flight Simulator gets you, because I've ended up spending so much money buying different airplanes for this simulator, from acrobatic airplanes to old unique airplanes, warbirds, and these that are just, you know, very modern and very cool. And the Technem company makes them look so nice, even though they're not like super powerful or anything, because this one isn't. I mean, considering it only does around 120 knots maybe. It's top speed. It's not a speed airplane. It's an airplane that'll get you places and it'll carry stuff for you, but it's not an airplane built for speed or performance. It's kind of more of a utilitarian. And that big door also. Yeah, this big door in the back here, that is amazing. And why isn't our co-pilot being shown? I think there's a way to show our co-pilot, shouldn't there? Let's see, options. Operation mode, no, blah, blah, blah. Wait. Right. That is good. Nav map. Oh, I thought we would be able to see our little doggy there, but we can't see him on this airplane. That sucks. Oh, and this closed the chart. Mike Sierra Leone Papa. Let's see, what are taxiway restrictions? No, okay, restricted turns. Okay, big aircraft mostly. Big aircraft are not allowed to take these turns. Cool, so that's no problem for us. We're a tiny little aircraft. Parking spots, and look at that. It even gives you the information on all this parking spot coordinates. We're going to the cargo terminal, so we'll be at 2 Bravo 2 Alpha. We could say we're going to cargo area 2 Alpha, and people will know. Isn't that cool? That is very cool. Let's see how we're doing on that. Look at that, we reached our target altitude. So now we can, this is holding, cool, this is holding already and just trimming for us, keeping us at our target altitude. So now what we can do is adjust our RPM to get to a cruise RPM 2000. That's pretty good. Alright, we're doing our turn here. And that over there is the Pacific Ocean. We should be able to see it. There we are, Pacific Ocean. Yay. This is called Bahía de la Unión, the Bay of the Union. And there's a town, well, there's a department of El Salvador called Union that is on this side here. And there are some really nice beaches on this side. Beautiful, beautiful beaches. The water is super calm because the bay protects all of this, so there's no waves or anything. It's beautiful. You know what I like about the charts is that like if you want detailed charts, you can get the FAA charts if you're flying in the States. Like if you're going to be flying in the United States, you don't really need Navigraph because you can just do your flight planning and look at the charts and everything using Navigraph. I mean using SkyVector, skyvector.com, which is, it's got everything the FAA publishes, so it's all public, which is pretty cool. But if you're flying outside of the US, like all Central America, they don't have that level of detail. So this company called Jepson, that is a Boeing company, they do all the charts for the rest of the world pretty much. Wherever Boeing airplanes are going to be flying, they have the up-to-date charts, and so you can those are all loaded up into Boeing aircrafts, right? But you can also buy them. So this company called Navigraph has a subscription to all the Jeppesen charts all over the world. And I pay a subscription and I get Navigraph, and that's why I got all the charts. Which is awesome, because flying in Central America with charts is pretty cool. Like even the taxi charts and the approaches and the, yeah. Yeah, if you're flying in the States, you don't really need like anything. You can just go ahead and use just use skyvector.com and you're set. You're golden. Golden. Yeah. Well, yeah, well, Navigraph buys the charts that Boeing uses, which like on some really short, tiny airstrips, they don't have any information, right? They just say, no, we don't have any charts for that because Boeing airplanes don't typically land there. So they're not going to put that in their database, right? So that's when I go ahead and I look for charts in on SkyVector. Chances are, if it's not a Navigraph, it's also not going to be on SkyVector. So then you go ahead and you go to the website of the airport, and they may have some charts or NOTAMs or stuff that you need to be aware of. Check it out. We got a beautiful little tailwind pushing us along, 14 knots. We're doing 143 knots over the ground with 108 knots indicated. So that means we're getting pushed along really nicely. Oh no, they do. 5,000 feet is big. 5,000 feet is big enough. Yeah. I've seen some SkyVector FAA charts for airports that are down to 3,000 or 1,000 even feet. So, yeah, chances are you'll find it. If there's an FAA chart for it, it'll be on Navigraph. Last night, I don't remember where it was I was flying, and there was no chart for that airport. I think it was a Mexican airport, like up by Monterrey. Monterrey has two airports. One of them, the international one, has all the charts. The other one is a smaller one, and that one, it does not have any charts. So, there you go. There you go. We are doing well, guys. Check it out. Beautiful early morning flight. Our plane is behaving wonderfully. Look, we got some guy over there flying a 182 retractable gear, which is a beautiful airplane, a Skylane. I like the Skylanes here in the game. They're done so well. There's our little engine there. It's amazing. This airplane, to me, is pretty cool. It's the engines are not very powerful. They're only 100 horsepower each one. And to give you an idea, the trainer aircraft that I fly has 140 horsepower. So almost 40% more than this one's, right? Yeah, it does. Very cool. It's got a little tiny happy face. from the air input, the what do you call it? The thing that cools the engine, the radiator, and the oil. I think the oil radiator is up here, and this is to cool the other part of the engine. We are over El Salvador, I think, at this point. Chalatenango should be up over here on this side. And over on this side should be San Miguel. We should be flying around San Miguel shortly. Which is awesome, because just by looking at the terrain I can tell you where we are. Because it's very familiar to me. It's big volcano. On the side there is the St. Vincent volcano, and we will be flying right next to that one. That big volcano here at the end. I find it kind of ironic that they named the volcanoes after saints, because they're kind of like the opposite of saints. Good morning, Flight Level Riz. Welcome aboard. Nice to see you. So awesome that you're here, man. How's it going? How is your weekend? Here I am, flying in the morning, getting my flying fix early. She just got out of bed. I don't know. I'm older, so I'm thinking I got out of. I sometimes I can't sleep that long. I don't know why. As I get older, I find that I sleep less, which is ironic. It is ironic. I think it's like my whole life. I wake up early because I got stuff to do or whatever. So my body is trained to wake up at a certain time, and even on weekends when I got nothing planned or whatever, my body's like, my biological alarm clock goes off at 5 a.m. and I'm like, boop, eyes are open and I gotta go do something. Even if I've been up, like, and I've been out partying or having fun with friends, and I go home, I don't know, like past midnight, and 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I go to bed. It's, still my eyes, boop, 6 o'clock in the morning, my eyes are open, and I can't get back to sleep. It sucks. I know it sucks, man. And I don't know why. I think it's. I have no idea. I thought maybe that's part of the thing. Like, you are trained, your body is trained to wake up at a certain time, and so it keeps waking up at that time. So yep. That happens now. I am discovering all these things about myself that I did not know. Check it out. The topology of El Salvador is super broken. It's like a very hilly and difficult to get to places, and that's why I think the towns are kind of small as well, because you're basically on the sides of volcanoes, right? You're building on slopes most of the time. Even the roads are a little weird. Riz, were you flying with us yesterday in Scotty's stream? Because I remember we took a bunch of Vans aircraft and flew from Florida, and I was on one of the legs of the flight. And Scotty was trying to remember who was flying. He was like, "Oh, I think Riz was here." Oh, you weren't? Okay. It was fun though. It was a bunch of Vans airplanes. Like everybody bought the Vans aircraft because it was on discount. It was only $2, so everybody bought it, and Scotty loves that airplane. Oh yeah, you were lurking. Did you watch Sim Caesar's late night stream? It ended up around midnight. For me, it was midnight when he ended. It's fun to have Vans Day. Oh, yeah, a lot of people. I don't know. A lot of people stayed till the end, and then we got a raid right at the end, which is funny. Like, oh my gosh, all these people are still awake and alert and raiding other people. So late. It was fun though. It was fun and funny. Ooh, look at that. Those mountains giving us little updrafts and downdrafts. But at 10,000 feet, we're still pretty clear of them. We are in no danger at all. There's a little lagoon over there by San Miguel. San Michael. Saint Michael is the name of that town. But it's San Miguel in Spanish. We are flying over another volcano. Over here, pretty huge. And if I am not mistaken, there was a plane crash a long time ago. Taka aircraft crashed, and I'm thinking it was in one of these volcanoes over here. He crashed right into it. He was doing an approach into the international airport over here. He miscalculated, or they went below the terrain line because it was super cloudy and stormy and whatever, and yeah, it was, I think, pretty much the only fatal airplane accident that Taka ever had, and it scarred El Salvador because everybody was just like everybody was El Salvador is so small that pretty much you knew somebody who was on that plane, right? Yeah. It was IMC and the guy, I don't know what happened. If they found the recorder and everything, but I don't remember the report of what exactly happened. And here in El Salvador, it's not like in the States where they publish all the NTSB data and everything. Here in El Salvador, it's that kind of information can get hidden. But I'm sure the FAA must have a report, right? The FAA must collect that kind of thing. I should look into that. I wonder if Mentor Pilot has done an episode on that. Because that's one of those accidents I would love to know about. My instructor, his name is Carlos Dardano, and there's a picture of Carlos on the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, because Carlos Dardano was able to save a Boeing 737 by landing it. Well, he flew through a storm, a thunderstorm, and the engines got filled with sleet and ice. They all got iced up. This was over in New Orleans. They got iced up, and they just turned off. They shut down, like both engines gone. The ice that was hitting them, what do you call them when those little balls of ice that hit you from the fall down? It's not sleet. It's here it's called granizo. I forget. Hail. Yes, hail. The hail was hitting the plane so much that it actually stripped the paint off of the hull of the aircraft, and it turned off the engines. And he managed to fly the airplane without any engines, without any power, and he managed to land it on a levee. And he said the landing was so smooth and so perfect that all they had to do was change the engines, and then they actually flew the airplane out of there. Which is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But he said, the turbulence in that storm was crazy. They could not see the instruments because the plane was shaking and moving so much. And oh, you saw that one. Yes. Yeah. The guy is amazing. The Carlos is amazing. He's only got one eye. He's like one of the only pilots in the world with just one eye, and he's got his medical and everything. And he can continue flying, and he does aerobatic flying as well here in El Salvador and all over the world. Actually, he gets hired to fly. He has a little biplane for aerobatics. The guy is super fun. Super fun. He loves to tell a story. Yeah, he was super young. Yeah, he just retired. He was an Avianca pilot, still flying the A320s, and he's 65 this year, so he retired. So now he's just a flight instructor. He's got his own flight company where he teaches people, flight school, right? And mechanics. He trains mechanics as well. Yeah. And he does aerobatics as well. So yeah, the guy's, oh man, the guy is constantly flying. He loves to fly. He loves to fly. His Instagram is always like, look where I am. All right, we are 38 miles out. We should start descending. The airport is very close down to the ground, so we're going to go down to around 4,000. And let's put that in here. 4,000. And we shall vertical speed and go down 4,000. We're not going to go too fast because we got a ways to go as yet. So we're going to go down 600 feet per minute. And that'll give us a nice little speed boost as well. I know, right? Isn't it cool? He did the side slip on an airliner so that he could land. Because originally he thought he was going to land it in the ditch. He was going to land it in the water, right, in the canal. He said, okay, well, I'll land it in the canal. And then his first officer was like, Captain, look, there's a levee right next. I think maybe we can fit there. So he was already lined up for the canal. So he said, okay, no problem. So he side slipped an airliner and then did the most beautiful, softest landing ever on the levee. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take some power out because we're getting close to the yellow and we don't want to be in the yellow. Don't want to be in the yellow. Check it out. The beautiful hills. The beautiful little towns nestled within the hills. I don't know which these are. I'm thinking one of these might be Ilo Vasco, but I'm not sure. I don't know if we're flying that far away yet. And one of these towns, like here, nestled in here, are very famous. Like each town is famous for something. I think over here is Cojutepeque, and that is famous for its cured meats. And if this is Ilo Vasco, which I'm thinking it is, but I'm not 100% certain, if this is Ilo Vasco, they are famous for their pottery, right? They do pottery and they do all sorts of everything made with clay, right? All sorts of clay works. That over here is one of the electric dam. El Salvador has, I think, they used to have that number. That number was published before. Nowadays they don't publish it anymore, but at a certain point, more than half of El Salvador's energy came from hydroelectric plants. And now there's a lot of solar as well here on the coast. A lot of solar energy. And over on this side, there's a lot of hydroelectric energy. Not hydroelectric, what do you call it? From the ground, geothermal electricity, because there's a lot of volcanic activity over on this side. So they're using all of that volcano to heat up and make energy. Yeah. We make a lot of energy here, even though it's not. We don't have any petroleum or any of that, but we do have a lot of volcanoes, and that helps. And for the geothermal part, we got plenty of sun all year round, so that helps. I mean, look at it. This is live weather. This is what it looks like right now here in El Salvador. Not a cloud in the sky. It's also beautiful if you're going to learn to fly. If you come to El Salvador and learn to fly here, November, December, January, and February are the best months to get whatever flight training you need, because you can fly every day pretty much. And you won't get weird ass turbulence or rain or clouds or anything. So it's perfect for VFR. And also the fact that there's so many volcanoes and landmarks, you don't get lost. I mean, it's pretty much impossible to get lost over here. If you know your landmarks, you're good. You're golden. El Salvador's also tiny. super tiny. Like 1 hour, you fly in any direction for 1 hour and you're outside of the country. Here we are, 6,400. Let's go ahead and check the weather. El Salvador, runway 7 is the correct one. That's the runway they're using right now. Let's check on the VATSIM as well. That one we do over here. .METAR. Mike Sierra Lima Papa. .120, so there's a little bit of a crosswind, but it's not bad. 6 knots. 6 knot crosswind, and our altimeter setting should be 2988. So let's put 2988 here. We're lower than we thought we were. Okay, we're exactly on the other side, so we're gonna do a left traffic pattern and land on runway 7. And we're gonna keep our descent to 2,000, so we're gonna go ahead and lower this to 2,000. El Salvador International Traffic, November 7-2, Mike Echo Type, Technum, about 16 miles to the northeast. Inbound to enter left traffic pattern for runway 7, 5,000 feet, Comanapa International. I don't know how they say it here, if they call it the real name, which is Monsignor Oscar Romero Arnolfo, it's because it's huge, it's a long name. And I'm thinking pilots don't say that. I'm thinking pilots say El Salvador International, and that's it. I'm thinking. I should listen to, I don't know if they have live ATC for that airport. That would be cool to know. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and stop following that and start following this thing so that we get set up for a left downwind on runway 7. That over there, if we can see it, and we should be able to see it, is the Lake Ilopango, and that is San Salvador volcano over here with this very distinct shape. And the whole San Salvador city is nestled here in this valley. Over here is Ilopango Lake and Ilopango Airport, which is where I fly out of and when I'm doing my training. So yeah. As I said, El Salvador, because of the topology, is easy to know where you are. Just by looking, it's like, oh, that's that volcano, that is that thing. Okay, I know where I am. Which is cool when you're here, but when you're like in, like when I fly in, I don't know, Kansas, in the States, like I have no idea, I have no clue where I am. Everything is flat. There's like some parts of Texas also, it's just flat. There's nothing there. Yeah, El Salvador that's right. That's what they're supposed to say. El Salvador International Airport, Saint Oscar Arnulfo Romero and Galam. Like that is a name that a president would name something that has no idea what it's like to fly, right? Politicians. Then again, I think they probably have a nickname because like Costa Rica's airport is also, it's got a big name, but I've listened to air traffic control and they just call it Coco. They say Coco traffic, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, or Coco, they have a tower, so but they always go Coco Tower or Coco Ground. So they shortened it. I'm pretty sure this must have a nickname of some sort. Yeah, it's short. It's, you know, easy. And people know what they're talking about. All right. We're doing great. Doing great. Oh, Ellen Dock is there landing or taxiing around. Comalapa. This is the terminal we're going to be parking at right here, cargo terminal. This is the passenger terminal. This is a military terminal here in the back. And I think they do some GA as well, so I'm not sure. But here is a passenger terminal. This over here is cargo terminal. And over here is all Aeroman, where they do airplane maintenance. It is the largest airplane maintenance company in Central America and I'm thinking Latin America. El Salvador International Traffic, November 7-2, Mike Echo Type Technam on downwind runway 7, Salvador International. There is nobody on VATSIM flying around here, so I could skip the CTAF calls if I wanted to. But I get good practice, so. There is El Salvador International Airport. Here's air maintenance that I was talking about. Here's the cargo terminal. So yeah. It is, yeah, I bought the scenery for this one. It looks really nice. They did a great job. Okay, autopilot comes off and we'll land it by hand because it should be nice. Nice and easy. We're gonna get about 2.5 miles out and then do our base turn and our final turn. It's also cool when you have this kind of equipment, like, you know, these screens and everything, because, let's get closer. You can actually see the waypoints, so you can judge how much, you know, how farther you gotta be. You can see the GPS waypoints. And then you can judge. Alright, 2.6, we're good here. El Salvador International Traffic, November 72, Mike Echo is on base runway 7, El Salvador International. Okay, we're gonna lower the power. Prop comes in full. We turn on our carb heats. Landing lights should be on. Landing lights is on. Alright. El Salvador International Traffic, November 72, Mike Echo is on final for runway 7, El Salvador International. Look, we're right at the correct altitude and everything. Okay, time to take the gear out. Gear is down and locked. First notch flaps. El Salvador International, November 72, Mike Echo, short final, runway 7, El Salvador International. So we're gonna try to land it and see if we can get out in the middle of the field. I'm thinking we will, because there is a lovely little headwind that is making this nice and slow for us. Second notch flaps. Okay, flaps are fully deployed and we are ready to bring this mama home. Let's give it a little power. Want to land it at 70. Oh, look, a little gust, 4 knot gust coming in from the right. So we're going to crab it a little. We're going to crab it a little. Give it a little power, a little power. Okay, there we go. There we go. Everything's looking nice. Everything's looking cool. And runway is made. We can cut the power and glide it in. And rotate. There we go. A little hop there, but we're good on the ground. And we are going to be able to take the first exit. Woo! Yeah, man. El Salvador International Traffic, November 72, Mike Echo is clear of the runway. El Salvador International. And I am not sure. Let me see. Yeah, we should probably get off here because we're going to cargo. I'm not used to coming to cargo. This is Aeroman over here where they do the maintenance for the jets. Like all of Avianca's fleets, Volaris, I'm not sure which other ones, EasyJet. Like there's some airplanes from all over America that gets, United Airlines I think comes here. And they are authorized as well by Airbus to do a lot of certified by Airbus, that is, to do a lot of work. So that's pretty cool. All right, here we are. Here's where we come in. Over here to the cargo terminal. Feeling like a big jet, this little airplane. All right, we are going to go ahead and park here. And we're going to go ahead and turn off the plane. Carbs. Right. And for that, we just go ahead and turn these off. There we go. Airplane is off. All right. And then we can turn this. Check it out. We're set. We're good. We're good. We're good. Now we need to open the door. Get the stuff out. Doors are open. Ta-da! And you know what? Because we are very safety conscious here at the Sim Mr. Egan channel, we are also going to prepare the airplane for, let's see. Prepare for parking. And for that, we got to come outside again. There we go. Chocks are on. Got it. Chocks and tie downs. And pedo covers. Because you never know. Like, you could be just sitting here in the airport for a short break while they take the stuff out and put the new stuff in. And you know what happens? You get a bug inside your pedo tube. And it messes up your whole day. Parking prep. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? You know what helps? Like, doing the calls helps. Helps me a lot because I get flustered easily. And you got to know what you're going to say. So the more you do it, the more you make the calls, it helps your brain to start to, you know, get into the habit of thinking ahead of what am I going to say. So when you press the button, you don't sound like you know, you don't do any of the and waste everybody's time, right? Because you want to be brief when you're on the radio. So yeah, it helps me a lot to do the calls. Like, I know what I'm going to say, and I want to get it out there fast. So yeah. I know, is it? Or when you're going to say something and you realize just at the moment, like, you've already pushed the button, you already started your sentence, and then you realize you don't know what runway you're going to land into, right? Yeah, because you're still forming the sentence in your head. So you go, you know, to give you some time to finish constructing the sentence. But the more you do it, the quicker you get at constructing that sentence in your mind, and then you press the button and you say it. Right? Isn't she a beautiful airplane? I think she is lovely. Just lovely. All right. Let's go ahead and get prepared for departure. But before we get prepared for departure, I need to make a technical stop. So I will be right back. Isn't she pretty? She's pretty. I will be right back. I just need to refresh my coffee and let some of the other coffee out. I'll be right back. Ah, arriba. We're back. There we go. Thank you to the Batucada guys. Keeping... Ah! Batucada guys don't want to stop. They want to come back for more. They're very happy being the Batucada guys. So let's take this off the screen so we can get back to work. Back to work. We got one more flight to do. We got to get to Guatemala before noon and take some more packages there. So let's go ahead and close the airplane. How do I close doors? I think you have to close them over here. Yeah. Cool. And this door here. Cool. It's it's kind of unsettling because I fly Pipers and the doors in the Piper aircraft have a whole bunch of latches. Like you close the door and you gotta fix a latch over here, fix another latch down there, so it's nice and secure and you know it's not gonna open. And I saw this airplane, specifically this airplane at Sun and Fun, and the doors are just like car doors. I mean, you just open it, it's got a little key and it opens and it closes, and there's no like other latches, so I don't know. It does not feel secure, you know. Like I don't know how many times a car door will open on you like accidentally. It's never happened to me in my lifetime. But yeah, I don't know. I would feel safer if there was like a latch, an extra step, right? Just so that it, you know, just so that you don't accidentally open this when you're in the air and whoosh, things just start flying out. All right, let's see. Let's turn this airplane back on. Let's get this puppy back in the air. Prepare for departure. There we go. Let's go ahead and check everything again, because we got to do the whole check again. It's good. Tires are good. This is good and checked. Pitot, no pitot covers, so that's good. This is good as well. That is nice. This is great. Did we check the oil? The oil has been checked. Check the oil over here. Forgot to check the oil on the other side. Here. Oil was good. All right, cool. Oh, we didn't check the front tire, did we? We didn't check the front tire. Let's go ahead and check that side. There we are. Front tire is good. All right. Everything has been checked and all the protection has been removed. And here we do need some fuel because we have run a little bit out of fuel. So we're going to go ahead and give it some 100 pounds on this side and 100 pounds on this side. Cool. 17 gallons on each side. And we can add a little bit of more cargo here and a little bit of more load in the back. And we are good. Premium airports work wonders. All I can see in front of you on my view is pavement. What? That premium airports work. Oh, you're here? You're in the game? Let's see, where are you? Oh. I don't see you. You're in the game? You're in the here with me? Let's see. I could probably see you. Oh, there you go. Oh, but you're in the... You're either in the cargo terminal. I'm here in the cargo terminal, so you must be either this dude or this dude. Right? Am I right? Is that you? You there? Let's see. Aircraft. Okay, but you're in Flight Simulator then, right? Okay, let's get this airplane going. There's a big lag from where I'm streaming to when I see you guys talking, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on here. Flight sim, there you go. Cool. Strobe light, night light. Okay, cool. Those are on. Turn this on. This is the choke. Well, we won't need it right now. Alright. Start the right engine first. Ignition. Fuel pump. Fuel is set. Yeah. That started off nicely. Alright, let's get the other one going. Fuel pump. There we go. Both engines are running. Cool. And for Guatemala, we're also going to be flying at around 10,000 feet, so I'm going to go set that here. And let's see what Navigraph tells us is a good route for Guatemala. Let's go ahead and put Navigraph here on the screen so that you guys can see it as well. And let's unload this one and let's load a new flight from Guatemala, from where we are, Mike Sierra Lima Papa, to Mike Golf T Tango, Golf Tango, Aurora International Airport. Woo, 110 nautical miles, and let's see what route it wants us to take. Let's give it options. We're going to be flying at 10,000 feet, and we're going we're going IFR, so let's go ahead and outer route, low, 38. Oh, cool. So we go straight to Kapan and then straight to Mike Golf Tango. Kapan and then Mike Golf Tango. Okay. Oh, that's an easy route. We're going to put that in our flight here. Menu. Flight plan. Menu. Delete flight plan. Let's add a new one. And we're going for Mike Sierra Lima Papa. And we're going to be doing runway 7, which is where one we just landed on, because that's where the wind is right now. And destination will be Mike Golf Tango. And we're going to be landing, according to this thing, in Mike Golf Tango and runway 2. Runway 2. I have the map on, don't I? Always happens to me. Sorry about that. Runway 2. And on our way there, we're going to this place called Kapan. Alright. And we enter. And our flight plan is ready. Check it out. This part here is where it might get bumpy. It might get bumpy because of these mountains. But we'll see how well this airplane can take it. We're going to put our landing lights on, taxi lights on. And everything looks nice. Nice and ready. And we have our altimeter setting already. You should be close to me, but I'm thinking you can see each other right now because how close we are. Really? Let's see. Because I should be able to see your name tag, but I don't see the name tag either. What airplane are you flying? Sometimes I need to, let's see, maybe I just need to check this thing to offline or go to a different server. That's what happened last time. I went to a different server like West Europe. I'm gonna go to West Europe. I'm gonna let it load up, and then I'm gonna go back, right? And then we shall be able to see each other. It's weird, like the servers get all janky. Okay, now I should have loaded up everything else. Let's see. I didn't see anybody else though, so there's still 2 people here according to this thing. All right. Now let's go to East USA. Let's go back. Yeah, I don't see you. Did I pop up back on your screen? What's your username in the game? Ha 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 ha. These are loud props. Sometimes it just takes a little time and then boop, you'll pop up again. Because the data is being weird. All right, let's go ahead and taxi, and then we'll figure out the rest on the way there. See, I said it. I pressed the button and I said it because I didn't know what I was thinking. I have to say what I'm going to be doing before, and I'm going to be saying that I am taxiing to runway 7. Okay. El Salvador International Traffic, November 7 to Mike Echo Type Technam, taxiing to runway 7 via taxiway. El Salvador International. There we go. See, practice makes perfect on those. You're light dasher, okay. Let's see if I can add you, light dasher. How do I add a friend here? Local players. Oh, but you're not even showing up. Local players. Are you any of these? LX7Z? Because yeah, it doesn't show like you're in the server. That is just weird. Or if you use VATSIM, then you can connect on VATSIM. And then I'll be able to see you too. I find VATSIM is a little better at handling multiple people than Microsoft Flight Simulator at times. Microsoft Flight Simulator does this weird thing where sometimes it puts people in the same server, sometimes it doesn't. It's just crazy. Okay. But if you fly, I mean, if you do a little bit of flying for real, and then VATSIM is going to be no problem. I mean, you can pass that test, that initial test to be allowed to use VATSIM is super easy. I mean, I did it like way before I had even started doing flight training for real, and it was a piece of cake. So yeah, don't stress about it, buddy. Don't stress about it. Put it on. Start practicing, because the sooner you do it, the better you get at it. And I still suck. I still make super rookie mistakes, but the VATSIM guys are kind of fun too, and you know, they know it's a game. They know you're trying to get better. So they help you out. And they tell you like, oh dude, you know, next time don't do this because this is wrong, blah blah blah, and you write that down, you learn it, and move along. Move ahead. Very, very few times I've got people on VATSIM who are just being, you know, obnoxious or who are just being like jerks, you know. They tend to be very patient. They tend to be very patient, helpful, and they're happy. I mean, they're playing too. Believe it or not, they're doing this thing, and for them, this is a game as well, you know. And they're like trying to coordinate all these people. It's a chore, but it's also fun. All right, flaps are down. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust my trim here. And we're going to say that we are taking off runway 7. And we will be doing a departure runway 7. And then we're going to do a left downwind departure. A left crosswind departure. That's what we're going to do. A left crosswind departure to the northwest. El Salvador international traffic, November 7-2 Mike Echo type Technam, taking off runway 7 with a left crosswind departure to the northwest. El Salvador international traffic. You just jumped in the plane. Awesome, Phoenix. Welcome aboard, man. Just in time. We're about to take off from El Salvador International Airport on our way to Guatemala on an airplane full of express packages. We can't say what they're inside because we don't know. But they're express packages. 16 knots. It's time for rotation. And we're in the air. Check it out. Beautiful. We step on the brakes and the gear comes up. Gear is up and it is up. We can cheat and look. And flaps come up. And we just trim. And we're good. Check it out. We're still 300 feet up, so we're going to keep climbing till we get to 1,000, and then we're going to turn. This airplane is slow as molasses. Welcome aboard, Phoenix. Nice to see ya. Phoenix on YouTube. Alright, we're going to turn around here, 800. The real life courses are doing great. We're doing great. We got I kind of stopped because of the rain and all of this stuff, and also budget. Alright, 1,000. November 7-2 Mike Echo, El Salvador International Traffic, November 7-2 Mike Echo is turning left 1,000 feet for a left crosswind departure to the northwest. Last call, El Salvador International. There's nobody here, thank goodness, because that call was awful. All right, there is the runway, there's the airport, and we take off in this direction. There we go, there we go. Isn't it cool? The graphics are awesome, man. The graphics are super awesome. There's El Salvador International down there. It looks nice. It actually looks really, really nice. From a distance, everything looks awesome. Once you get down to the details, and it's like, oh, wait. This thing isn't finished. What's going on over here? All right, we take off our fuel pumps. We take off our landing lights and taxi lights. We leave our nav lights and strobes. We go ahead. There was no choke, so that is good. And we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. And if I don't want to hold the stick anymore, I can go ahead and put this here. Turn on the autopilot over here. Go into heading mode, and it'll continue going straight for us. And I can put vertical speed mode, and we'll continue climbing at around 800 feet per minute until we get to 10,000 feet, which is what I want to get to. And that is the beauty of having a glass cockpit with a nice autopilot that does what it's supposed to do. And now I can go ahead and look outside. There we go. Look at that, the coast area of El Salvador. And us in our little delivery airplane doing deliveries. It does. Right now we are flying IFR. We are flying IFR right now, and yeah. And we have a flight plan and everything here. That is our flight plan for the day. It's a very easy, very direct flight plan. We took off from Mike Sierra Lima Papa going past Capan, and then straight on to Mike Golf Golf Tango, and we're going to land on runway number 2. So that will be just easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're going to go ahead and catch our radial here pretty soon, so we're going to press nav mode, and it will capture and follow. Capture and follow. Look, there's another airplane flying above us. Wow. That guy must be on VATSIM. Let me see. It is. He's a guy on VATSIM. Charlie Mike Papa 721. Oh, but he's flying from Panama City to Guatemala, so he's going to land way before us. He's going to be landing way before us. And we did our turn there. We are now on the radial. So, we're good. We are doing really, really good. You're working, so you're going to listen from here on out? No problem, man. No problem. Nice. Parachute is always a good idea. There are some planes that actually have parachutes, which is pretty cool too. Look at that. This is all the stuff we're carrying. I feel a little tempted to open this one that's kind of open already. But I saw the box was shaking, so I'm not going to even go near it. We're going to lower our RPMs just a smidge. You don't want to over. We're going to stay here in the yellow. Let's get it down to the green. There we are, climbing on the green. And we're going to lower this to 500 feet per minute so that we don't lose too much airspeed. We got to be at around 80 knots, 85 knots is our we're gonna lower it a bit more because we got to be at Y, which is here. That is our best climb. Here, 85. There we go. 400 knots. It doesn't climb fast. It doesn't fly fast. But it looks cool and can carry weight, which is, for our mission right now, that's what we need. Oh, look, we can climb a little faster now, 500. I wish I had a flight level change or an IIS button like some other aircraft do, where you can just fix a speed, you know, and it'll fly at that speed and not exceed it, and it'll climb to whatever it can get to, whatever rate it can get to, as long as it stays on that airspeed, which really does help you take your mind off of this part, so you're not constantly looking over there worried to see if you're not losing airspeed. Also, the fact that we're climbing over mountains makes it bumpy. It makes it bumpy. You're already at 6,000. There we go. San Vicente volcano. Lake Ilopango, San Salvador City, San Salvador volcano, and Izalco is over here, Izalco volcano, volcano of Santa Ana over here, and this big, like, crater here, that is Lago de Coatepeque. So yeah, as I said, El Salvador is very recognizable, easy to recognize. Payo 200 is over there flying an A390, which is, I'm guessing, an Airbus 319. Yeah. Yeah, here it gets bumpy. And I'm going to climb less aggressively to assure that we get nice airspeed. We stay on our Y, VY. A lot of coffee that's grown on these hills. Look at that. Now I'm thinking Santa Tecla is over here. This must be Nuevo Cuscatlan over here. And no, Nuevo Cuscatlan is up here, I think. This must be what's that? I forget. Villa del Mar, I think it's called over here. Nuevo Cuscatlan is over here. And this is the road to the coast. If you follow this road all the way down, here, you get to Surf City. And Surf City is like this whole area of beach over here that is beautiful to surf on. And a lot of international competitions, surfing competitions, get done there. Oh, no, you didn't miss much. We just took off and we are flying over San Salvador City over here. on our way to Guatemala. So we're still close. We're still close. And we're slowly and safely climbing our way up to 10,000 feet. So yeah. Internet connections have been a little unstable. So yeah. Woke up, well, the simulation that we did today started at 6 a.m. And according to this thing, what is 13:55, 13 minus 6? Let's see. Did we start? Right now it should be 7:55. So it's almost 8 a.m. in the simulator time. So we started with no sun, and we landed in El Salvador with a very bright 7 o'clock sun in our face, and now we're almost at 8. So we'll be landing in Guatemala by 9. Somebody else, yeah, somebody else, but I don't think they are joining. I think they're flying on their own, and they are super far ahead of us. That airplane is already by Guatemala, I think. No, it's over here. Yeah, that guy is way over there. According to what I see here, there's nobody flying around me. I don't know. And I still can't see you, which sucks. Let's see. Payo. I see Payo. Oh, I got a thing. Light Dasher, yes. Close. Okay, I accepted you as a friend, but I still don't see you on the server, which sucks. Are you sure you have everybody on? Yeah, right, because you said you saw me, right? You know what? Let's try moving both of us to West, US West. Let's see if that helps. Let's go to, both of us go to US West and see if I can see you there. Resume. That is ahead of us, the beautiful, lovely Izalco volcano. Ooh, what happens? Hey, 135.5, great, we have ATC 135.5. One 135.5. Senamer Control, buenos días, noviembre 72, Mike Echo tipo Tecnam, 9500 subiendo a 10.000.
Noviembre 72, Mike Echo, transpondedor 5761.
5761. All right, we got air traffic control and we're flying instrument.
Sí, noviembre 72, Mike Echo está en contacto radar de 9500, continúa ascenso a 10.000 pies y notifica intenciones. Tengo plan de vuelo hacia San Salvador, ¿correcto?
No, perdón, no cambié el plan. Voy hacia Guatemala, de Comalapa a Ilopango. Ahorita lo pongo en el sistema.
Perfecto, si me hace favor para el 72, Mike Echo.
I forgot to file the flight plan on VATSIM because there was nobody on. GGT. And
Roger, Frontier 81, so reporting heavy chops up there at level 310. Thank you for your pirate.
We're just jumping like over the 80 feet over here, like 20 knots.
Roger, thank you for your information. Do you need any climbs or descent?
If it gets any worse, we'll go down to 290.
Roger for Frontier 81, so just notify if you need any changes.
Dynamic Control, noviembre 72 Mike Echo, el plan ya está en el sistema.
Perfecto, 72 Mike Echo, todavía me sigue apareciendo hacia San Salvador.
Ah, qué raro, pero ya me apareció aquí flight plan filed.
Y para 72 Mike Echo no hay problema. Vuela directo a la presente, confirma, va para Guatemala, ¿verdad?
Sí, sencillo, era para Guatemala pasando por el punto Capán.
Ok, perfecto, para el 72 Mike Echo no hay problema. Posterior Capán, directo al BOR de la Aurora y me notifica sobre el BOR de la Aurora.
Le notifico sobre el BOR de la Aurora, noviembre 72 Mike Echo. Gracias. See, so I was telling you, these guys are super friendly. To me, anyways, they've been super friendly. And even when there are issues like this one where I can't load a new flight plan or I forgot, they're like, oh, don't worry about it. Just file it in and tell me when you do it. And I did it. And even though I did do it, it's still showing up weird. And
Cinema Control, Delta 9975 on the ground in El Salvador. Request IFR to Atlanta.
And Delta 9975, Santa Mercurio to Atlanta via the Atuma 4 Bravo Atuma transition for moment 07, rest is filed. Climb initially to 12,000, expect level 350 on the flight levels, squawk 5706, and departure frequency will be with me on 135.5.
We're clear to the Atlanta airport, Atum 4 Bravo, departure Atuma transition, then as filed. We'll climb initially 12,000, expect flight level 350. Departure is with you, and squawk 5706, Delta 9975.
And Delta 9975, read back correct. Call me when ready for push and start.
We'll call you for push and start, Delta 9975.
And Delta 9975, just for your information, altimeter 2986.
2986, thanks.
All right. Oh, no problem, Light Dasher. I mean, Light Dasher, it would be awesome, though, if we could see each other. That would be really cool. And I don't understand why it's not showing up, because you're not showing. Oh, no, I can see you now. I can see you in the server. I can see you in the server, buddy. Where are you? Are you still flying around here? I saw you on the names there of the people in the server, but I don't see you flying around yet. Or you're probably flying around behind a mountain, maybe? I'm gonna go ahead and lower my RPM for cruise. We're gonna be at around 2,000. There we go. Manifold pressure is gonna be good at 20. So far so good. And we got a nice little tailwind. So we're doing 150 knots. Nice. 140 knots. Which airplane are you flying? Because if you got a GPS on that airplane, you can choose MGGT as your destination, or put direct Capan. That's Kilo Alpha Papa Alpha November. Kilo Alpha Papa Alpha November. You put direct to that one, and then you can go ahead and time warp and meet me there. And we'll meet each other at Capan. How about that? Oh, you're the Carponi. Carponi. What's a Carponi? I don't know that airplane. Oh my gosh. New airplane. New airplane. You are triggering my airplane fetish. What is it? Caponi? Caproni. Oh, wow. Is that a twin engine? Are you flying a twin Italian aircraft? Caproni Bergamacci. There's a whole bunch of different Capronis. Let's see. Caproni aircraft, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Musfus. Oh no, but they have a bunch of cool ones. They have they have a few different types, right? For Microsoft Flight Simulator, there's one here that has radios. I don't know if that's the one you're flying. Let's see. Let me put that on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Is this the one you're flying? Caproni Visola C22J. Because if it is, then you can use the VOR. The AUR.
Y para Copa 721, ascenso a 380 está aprobado.
You could use the VOR to navigate. Yeah. The AUR VOR, which is probably a two-seater tiny jet. Ooh. Well, if you got
1993, your radar contact level 350. Welcome aboard.
If you have VOR capability, then
India 1993. That's correct.
you can use this frequency 114.9, and that'll point you to the Aurora VOR, which is right next to the airport, and that way you can navigate your way there. Okay. You stopped. All right, no problem. Yeah, the internet is weird today. It's been crazy. It has been crazy. But at least now I got you as a friend there on the Microsoft Flight Simulator, so that next time we fly, we can fly together. And maybe I won't take such a lame airplane as this one. But you know, the mission today was to take packages, so, and we were trying to stay within the RP this morning. The airplane? Well, it's not a speed demon by any stretch of the imagination, and it sounds very like tinny. Yeah, I don't know if you heard when we were taking off and it was creaking like from from the takeoff. That is like
So the 9975 ready for push and start.
those sounds are pretty cool.
Delta 9975 push and start. Your discretion report ready for taxi. Expect runway 07 for departure. Altimeter 2986.
Our push our discretion will call for taxi expecting runway 07 and 2986 with the 9975.
Popa 721, dejando mi espacio aéreo hacia el oeste, servicio radar terminado, contacte Mérida, Centro 128.3, hasta la vuelta.
It's so cool that we got air traffic control. It's cool that we have air traffic control, but they are. Oh, I do have a compressor on them. Okay, I should put a limiter on them too. Let me put a limiter so that it does not go beyond.
And JetBlue 2796, squawk 4204.
So let's see if that works. And VATSIM should not be so loud. Sorry about that. I could probably put a limiter. Let's see, let's adjust the limiter on VATSIM so that it does not go beyond.
JetBlue 2796, your radar contact 50260. Actually, contact now Havana Center on 124.55.
It will not go beyond 10 decibels. Oh no, but depends on where we're going. I mean, I would love the 152 is my favorite all-time airplane in the simulator. But I have a special 152 that I like to fly, which is called the JPL 152. It's a free add-on, by the way, if you're interested. It is more realistic than the one that comes with the game. Flight sim, let's see, where can we find the JPL 152 mod. Oh, here we go. Copy link. I think this works. Paste link. Oh, why is it pasting the whole Bing thing? Sorry about that. It's not Bing. Copy. Here we go. Paste. Flightsim.to, JP Logistics 152 Enhancement Mod. And there we go. This is better. This is a better.
Noviembre 72, Mike Echo, cuando listo, vuela directo en vuelo de la Aurora, descenso 9000 pies está aprobado y trae ILS Yankee, pista 02.
Perfecto, descendiendo a 9000 y directo a la Aurora VOR y esperando la pista 2. Alright, y todo.
Correcto, y para el noviembre 72, Mike Echo, altímetro 3018.
3018 para 712 Echo. Mike Echo. Alright, he said 3018, so let's put 3018 over here.
Air India 1933, back in cockpit. And Air India 1983, roger.
And we can descend to 9,000, he said. So let's go again to 9,000. Alright. And let's go ahead and put the... and we'll be descending nice and slow. that airplane, that 152, is based. It looks just like the Asobo version, like they use the same thing, but the doors open up, and you have a little iPad thingy so that you can check the information on the engine. The engine, you can simulate a whole bunch of different kinds of engine trouble, wear and tear on the engine. It's got state saving. You can put a GPS on it. You can put an autopilot on it. It's got a whole bunch of really cool things that you can do on the Cessna 152 that the one that comes with the game does not have. So I totally recommend it. It's like you have a real plane. It's like that is your airplane, and whatever you do to it stays. You know, it feels way more real.
975 with weather, we're ready to taxi.
And Delta 9975, taxi, hold up, port 170 Alpha, report ready for departure.
So, taxi holding point via Foxtrot Alpha for, and report when short of the 9965.
That's correct.
Roger.
All right, so we are headed direct to Aurora right now. So we are good. We're good. Wow, we have a whole bunch of people watching. Guys, don't be so quiet. Chat. Write something. I'd love to get to know you. My name is Mr. Egan, and we are flying the Technum. Look at this airplane. Come on, it looks nice. Look at that. Wow. That's one handsome airplane. Even though it has no muscle, it looks handsome as heck. It looks handsome. And we're flying this, we started this morning from Honduras before the sun was out. In the simulator, of course, not in real life. In real life, we haven't been flying that long. But we took off before the sun was out, and we landed in El Salvador carrying a whole bunch of express packages that were here in the back. In these crates that seem to be shaking and seem to be wanting to open themselves, so I will not even go near them. And we dropped some of them off in El Salvador, picked some other, and now we are on our way to Guatemala with air traffic control, VATSIM air traffic control that was here, and it totally surprised me because when we started the flight, there was no air traffic control, and then while I was in the middle of the next flight, he was like, beep, 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 contact me. I was like, oh, dude, we got... Hey, it has 70 more muscle than my car, and that's a whole 172's worth. This airplane has 200 horsepower. That's how much it has. So here we are, guys, flying through the mountains in lovely Central America. Volcanoes all over the place.
And time 9456. Good morning. You're right above 350.
It's amazing. I love how this looks so realistic. And look at this. Not a cloud in the sky. And were just talking here on the stream that this is the best time of the year in El Salvador for flying, because there's not a cloud in the sky. The air is super smooth, and it's great. You know, no surprises. You can focus on whatever it is you're supposed to be doing and have a beautiful flight every time. And this lasts from November till around start of March. Actually, no, almost to April.
Roger for down 9566, thank you.
Hey, if you like what you see and you're not following already, I would love a follow. If you're watching on Twitch, that helps me out a bunch. And normally I only stream on... All right, Phoenix, awesome, man. Have an awesome day, and thank you for being here, and thank you, man. Come back anytime. Maybe fly along. It's always fun to have people flying along with us. I fly every Saturday pretty much, and every Sunday. Sunday, definitely. Saturdays, it's a little iffy. But yeah, Saturday, Sunday mornings, 1500 Zulu is usually the time I get on, and I stay on till around I don't know, 1500. I don't even know what time it is right now. About 2 or 3 hours maybe. And we try to do fun flights, or like today, RP flights, where we focus on role playing. And fly new airplanes, which is fun, you know, when you're practicing to be a pilot, learning to be a pilot. You fly pretty much one airplane and that's it, and you get good at it because you know it, and you know the airplane, right, and you know what it's supposed to do, you know the capabilities, you know all the systems. But it's also kind of fun to like get in a totally different airplane that you have no idea how it works and figure it out, and you know, feel the difference, feel the muscle. So yeah. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you for typing in. Also, super nice to see you. It has been a cool morning. I've got people from YouTube and people in Twitch. That is cool. That is cool.
Delta 9975, your radar contact crossing 2,000 feet at this time. Continuing climb unrestricted to flight level 350.
Climb unrestricted 350, Delta 9975.
We are coming up on Aurora. It should be down there, the airport, in that little valley. So this guy's gonna probably vector me, which is it's pretty gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to get vectored in. We'll get to practice. Whoa, look at that bumpy. See, as soon as you start flying over these hills, it gets bumpy like that. Bum. Antigua, Guatemala should be over there somewhere in that direction. That is a premier tourist destination in Guatemala. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Antigua, Guatemala is here. Isn't it? Oh no, there's a big, huge volcano. Perfecto, ILS Yankee para los 72 Mike Echo. Okay, we just got that. As soon as we're over the Aurora VOR, we are clear to the ILS Yankee approach. So we'll select that one here. ILS Yankee 02 approach. Enter. From the Aurora, that'll be our entry point. So we'll enter that. And we can go ahead and activate.
JetBlue 15, muy buenas tardes. Here radar contact, flight was 360, welcome aboard.
So now what we need to do is come over here and look at the ILS Yankee approach. ILS Yankee 02 approach.
American 265, can I go out of cockpit for like 10 minutes to feed my cat? That's no problem, American 265, just report back.
So we're going to go check out the chart here. Let's see, Navi graph. Here is the chart. This is what we're going to do. We're going to be entering the VOR, overflying the VOR at 9,000 feet. Then we're going to start descending to 7,200 feet. For the kitty, I know. Till we get to D05. D05, we're going to be at 7,200. And then at Villain, we're going to be at 6,300. And that's where we're going to catch the glide slope. And whoop, we're going to be landing with ILS. Isn't that fun? That's going to be fun. So much fun. We're still 20 miles away, so we're good. We are good. But our next hop down will be 7,200. So I'm going to write down all the numbers that are important to us, which are 7,200 at D05, D5, and then at Villain, we're going to be at 6,300, and that's where we're going to catch the glide slope. Only two things we need to know. Cool. And now I can take that off. And let's go ahead and zoom here in. Our top of descent will be right around here. That's when we're going to start descending to 7,200. See, this GPS is pretty amazing. It gives you a whole bunch of information. And as soon as we hit the top of descent, we'll get a vertical track, and then we'll actually see the numbers that we're supposed to hit when we start descending. So that we don't descend crazily. We can descend, you know, maintaining the correct profile. And I am not an instrument-rated pilot. I am barely VFR student pilot, but flying these things so many times on the simulator, you figure it out, you know what you're supposed to do, and you know how to read the charts, and it's nice. Our minimums are going to be 5,460 feet. So that is, in our case, today we're not going to need it because we have a beautiful, beautiful day. And the fact that we're landing in an ILS is just, I think, for easy, you know, just to make it easy for us. But we could shoot it visually, right? Oh yeah, this airport is pretty high up. Yeah, this airport is at
JetBlue 15, no problem, just report back.
4,952 feet. That is the elevation of the airport. So yeah, we're landing. Guatemala is up.
American 1123, good morning. Your radar contact level 350, welcome aboard.
Guatemala is up there, man. It's a little mesa up in the middle of a valley, but the valley is up. It's 4,000 feet high, so yeah. Guatemala has really nice high peaks. It's got a lot of high peaks. It's got a lot of volcanoes as well. And there's a big part of Guatemala that is basically a mesa that's even taller than this. Oh no, there's some bigger, taller airports. I mean, Aspen, I think, right? Aspen, Colorado, isn't that higher? I think that's higher up. Lake Tahoe, I think, is also up. Like Reno, Nevada. Oh, Denver, there's a whole bunch of, like Denver is pretty high up too. I'm thinking Aspen is even is higher than this, a lot higher. And they are tough to land because there is the air is thinner, so their airplane it does everything faster.
And for Delta 9975, when Nave will fly direct to Amida intersection, Alpha Mike India Delta Alpha.
So like if you want to slow down, you got to use a lot more flaps and you got to do a lot more stuff because the air is just thinner.
We'll fly direct Amida for Delta 9975.
That's correct.
And we have the airport. Aurora VOR is directly over the airport.
Welcome back, Frontier 81.
Okay, we're going to start our descent. As soon as we hit Aurora, we're going to start our top of descent to 7,200. And for that, we're going to set it here, 7,200. There we go. But we will not hit the vertical speed button until we are over Aurora, because we have to hit Aurora at 7,000, at 9,000. And then we slow down. Look at that. Guatemala City. It is a big city. In ancient times, we're not talking ancient times, but in the, 1500s, maybe 1700s, I'm not sure exactly when, all of Central America was one country. And the capital of that country was Guatemala City. So, like all the
176, are you in frequency?
All the nicest, coolest buildings are in Guatemala City, in all of Central America. And then
150159, correction, your radar contact level 350, setback number.
I think after the independence was signed, like it was the head of the empire. I think it was called the empire, or the kingdom. I think it was called the Kingdom of Guatemala or something like that. It had a weird name.
And FedEx 2134, good morning. Your radar contact level 30, setback number.
But all of Central America was part of that kingdom, and Guatemala was the center of it. And then when independence, everybody started going independent, it all broke up. But you can still notice all the cool buildings. I mean, it's really,
good morning.
It's really cool. I like Guatemala. It's also nice and cooler, a lot cooler than in terms of weather, right? Yeah, it would be bad. I think so.
Version 492 heavy with you, cruising to 70. We will ESK and back in office.
And Virgin 492 Heavy. Good morning. Your radar contact level 370. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Virgin 492.
Alright, we're going to press our vertical speed button and we're going to go down to 7,200 for our next waypoint. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and open up our flight plan here just so that I know we got to hit this next waypoint at 7,200 and we're well on our way there. It's only 4 nautical miles away. So I'm thinking we're going to be good. We're going to hit it. Look at that volcano right in front of us. That one is called, I think there's one called the water and the other one is called the fire. I'm not sure which is which, but there's a fire volcano and there's a water volcano. And there's another one over here and just volcanoes everywhere. That is all of Central America's volcanoes everywhere. Oh, thanks, Light Dasher. Well, you know, I've lived here for a while, so kind of know what's going on. 6,300 is our next altitude, so we're going to put that in as soon as we hit this one. Here's another trick we should be doing. We got to put our carb heat on while we're descending because we're lowering. We don't want carb icing. Alright, 7,200, right on the money. Check it out, we're only 1 mile away. Look at that. Guatemala City, little lake over there.
For American 3101, same Mach number.
Mach decimal 8.
And our next descent will be 6,300, so we're going to put that here, 6,000.
And American 3101, reduce speed to Mach .80, please.
Mach .80, 3101.
Alright, and we start our descent. Whoop.
LUN 176, are you in frequency?
And this will be our last descent. The next waypoint is where we catch our glide slope, guys. Vilan, and we should be lined up with a runway.
Radio transmission from Virgin 1, correction, Virgin 492 Vilan is having an issue with radio, trying to fix it.
Roger, no problem.
This guy's so chill, I like him. That is the airport right ahead, and we shall start seeing the runway. Let's see. Runway should be somewhere up here. 02. I think it's up here. We'll see it as soon as we line up with it. We are close. 02 should be down this way. Somewhere between these buildings. This airport, here it is. See it? It's right by that big crevice there. Alright. 6,300, and we shall be hitting Vilan in any minute now, and then we press the approach button. On this airplane, the approach button is here. And it has captured the glide slope, see? Boop, boop, boop. Glide slope localizer. It switches to green, which means that we are now following VOR. So we're doing good.
Land 176, radio.
And then 176, good morning. I reach you 5FA.
Roger, Land 176, we have flight level 3000. Sorry, we were having comm issues.
Not a problem for Land 176, you're at the contact level 370.
Senamer 72 Mike Echo establecido en el localizer.
Y noviembre 72 Mike Echo, vientos en Guatemala 020 grados, 8 nudos, pista 02, está autorizado para aterrizar.
Pista 02, autorizado para aterrizar 72 Mike Echo. Gracias. What happened? Oh, okay, so we gotta hand fly the localizer. I guess
And JetBlue 1 Papa.
approach mode didn't do the approach for me. That sucks. But we can do the approach manually. We got everything we need. And we're cleared for landing, so that means we can put our gear down.
176, let me check.
Gear down.
176, you're cleared to step climb to level 41.
And flaps down. And we're gonna keep this sucker centered here. Even though there is a bit of a crosswind.
134, the Mach number.
We are high, but that's okay. It's a huge runway and we are a tiny airplane.
134, reduce speed to 0.80 for FedEx 2134.
We're gonna lower our speed a lot. And we're gonna hit our second notch of flaps. Flaps are full. Flaps are
2134, step up to 400 initially. I'll call you back for 410.
prop goes full forward. And carb heat goes full on. And this wind is blowing us off of our localizer. This is like an 8-knot wind, he said. Ooh, we're below the glide slope, so we're gonna get some power here. Power. Alright. There we go. We're starting to straighten out here. There we go. Now we lose that power. There we go. Lose that power. Let it fall, baby. There we go. Not too aggressive.
And Frontier 81, you're leaving our airspace to the east. Panama Center is offline. Monitor Yanakamo 12278. Thank you.
And we're going to keep it nice and straight with a lot of rudder and a lot of drip in the other wing. And we are ready for landing. Woohoo! Welcome to Guatemala, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it. And let's see. Cargo ramp is at Romeo.
And land 176 due to traffic. Interrupt your climb but level 390.
Okay, plane has been cleaned up. That means our flaps are up. And we continue advancing until we get to Romeo.
And for land 176, interrupt your climb.
This is November.
Level up at level 390, I'll call you for higher.
390, land 176.
And we can probably get out here.
And FedEx 2134, you're cleared up to climb to level 410 now.
Climb to level 410.
Very 261, second to cockpit. Roger.
Senamer 72 Mike Echo fuera de la pista en Romeo.
Sí, para noviembre 72 Mike Echo, abandone vía Romeo y a la rampa, discreción está aprobado. Buen día.
Buen día, muchísimas gracias por el servicio. Que tengan un feliz día.
Con gusto, igualmente.
Awesome, we are here, guys, right at the cargo. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? We're right where we're supposed to be. At the cargo terminal here. And in the simulator, we are at, let's see, 1444.
Good evening, sir. The FedEx 4711 flight level 380 inbound India Lima Lima Oscar Sierra.
A lot of international people are flying over. That is amazing.
Roger, FedEx 4711 here, radar contact, flight level 380, flight direct to Ilos intersection, India Lima Lima Oscar Sierra.
Direct India Lima Lima Oscar Sierra, FedEx 4711.
And boop, we are here. Everything is ready to be dropped off. Ta-da! I think it has been a successful landing here at Aurora. A successful mission, I would say. Look at this. This is Aurora International Airport. Big airport. These guys, they're big. And not just the terminal buildings, but the GA on the other side is huge. Like, all of those hangars over there, they're all private hangars. There's schools, flight schools, and a whole bunch of stuff going on. And it is definitely a lot more alive, it feels. The general aviation here in Guatemala feels a lot more alive than it does in El Salvador. But it's fun. It's a fun place. Oh, this airport. Yeah. Well, look at that. Even though it was a high airport, we did land nice and softly. If I'm not mistaken, we were only about 72. Let's see. What were we? Yeah, we were around 72 feet per minute. That's not bad. That is really, really good. Anything below 200 is really, really good in my book. And if you're flying like airliners and stuff, you're constantly hitting the ground at 300, 200. So the fact that we were below 100, to me, it was like fantastic. Like the plane barely made any noise, just the wheels when they touched down went, you could hear the rubber screeching. But there we go. Hey, I had a blast this morning. Super thank you. What is it? Oh, what happened? A party pooper? Hold on, let me see if I can allow it. Can I allow it? Oh no. Expired. Why did it expire? That's weird. Swipe to allow. Oh, and I can't. Oh, there we go. I can approve it. Yay, message approved. Approach mode is being a party pooper? Really? You wanted me to do it by hand? Well, I ended up doing it by hand anyways. So yeah. I ended up doing it by hand. But it's fun, and these airplanes, and to be honest, like this time of the year, it would be a sin to do an ILS approach, because you have more than 10-mile visibility and clear skies and just a little bit of wind, but other than that, it was beautiful. It was super beautiful. Hey, thank you so much, Light Dasher, for being here and hanging out. Flight Level Riz also, thank you so much for being here on the Twitch side of things. If I'm forgetting somebody, let's see, am I forgetting somebody else? I don't remember if anybody else was chatting along here, but thank you very much. Thank you so much. And on the other side, on the YouTube side, oh, who else was here? Let's see, Light Dasher. Phoenix was here, so thank you so much, Phoenix, for being here as well. And if I'm not mistaken, somebody else was here too. Let's see, who was chatting? Little Ducky. Little Ducky was in here earlier as well, so thanks to Little Ducky and to Enzo Gaming as well. Thank you all for being here. I will be back tomorrow, and tomorrow we shall continue our adventure to Tierra del Fuego, which is awesome. It's a lot of fun. And guess what? I have music for that one now. So this is our music for our adventure. Let's do it right. Let's do it like this. Let's do it just like this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with me today. And remember, tomorrow at 1500 we continue on our adventure to Tierra del Fuego. I should do an echo there. It should be Fuego, Fuego, Fuego. We already started the adventure. We are one country is already in the books. We took off from El Salvador. We landed in Honduras. Tomorrow, we will be taking off from Honduras, probably landing at the new airport in Honduras. So we'll get to see 2 airports in Honduras. And then we're going to Nicaragua and continue our adventure to Tierra del Fuego. It's going to take us a long time. It is going to take us a long, long time. But we'll get it done and it'll be fun. Sorry about that. The music wanted to keep playing. We'll get it done and it'll be fun. So thank you so much for being here. I will see you again tomorrow. Please be well. Have a fantastic day. Get out there, get some sun, and I'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Let's see who we can raid. If you guys want to continue watching other flight simulator enthusiasts, then we shall go ahead and fly. Let's go and check out Flight TMT. That guy is amazing. He is German, but he also does some really, really great flight simming, and he speaks both German and English, so it's fun. And that guy is by the book, super by the book. So let's go give him a raid. Thank you so much. Bye bye, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. See ya. Let's see. Let's get this thing over here.